Hey folks, welcome to Verified Investing here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. So the markets are soaring today, especially technology. A lot of people scratching their heads as the totals are very close. It now looks like Biden could squeak out a victory. But why the heck are the markets up so much? So many people have asked me. I'm going to do my best to lay it out to you guys very, very simply here in this video. So as you can see, S&P's up 3%, soaring today. We've had a rally the last 2 days prior, which kind of almost, you could say, anticipated this rally to the upside. The question is why? The answer is very simple, folks. The answer can be found not in the presidency, but in the Senate. The Senate looks like it will stay Republican. So basically, it doesn't matter who gets into the White House. All right, whether it's Trump that comes out ahead or Biden, it's still a split Congress. The reason why that's important, and again, I'm going to talk about a little bit more here, but basically the reason that's important is because very little will get done. Now, the markets have rallied more sharply as Biden has looked like he might win Michigan and Wisconsin. And if he wins Michigan and Wisconsin and Nevada and Arizona, then he is going to take the presidency even if he loses Pennsylvania. The reason why the markets have gone up higher is because you get kind of a more calm president. Now, again, this has nothing to do with, whether you like Trump or not, or you like Biden or not. I'm not trying to be political. The point is that we can all agree that Trump has been very crazy in terms of his tweets, and that has been something that has concerned markets, right? You never know, is he going to tweet something about China and it's going to make the markets come down or whatever? Is he going to tweet something about something else? Is it going to create unrest? And the market, that's a concern. Now, the market was also concerned if Biden would win and then the Senate went Democratic, because then you would have raising of long-term capital gains taxes. You'd have a lot of other regulation that would come in. So bottom line is, potentially, the markets are smelling the best case scenario here, all right, for what the markets want. The markets want a calmer figure in the White House, so there's less volatility. And then they also don't want any of Biden's more aggressive things to go through, like long-term capital gains or corporate tax rates to go up. Do you guys see what I'm saying here? How this is kind of the perfect scenario for the markets? The markets could not have planned this any better. Now, listen, it still could change. You still could have a Trump come out and be the victor. I don't think the markets will. I think the markets would come down a little bit. I don't think they would come down that much, though, because overall, the markets, the number one thing, and I know this is weird, right, to think of, but the number one thing the market cared about was the House and the Senate. The House we knew was staying Democratic. The Senate was the concern because that's how you would get a lot of legislation through if it went Democratic. It is not going that way. At least at this point, it doesn't appear to be going that way. We'll see again when all the votes are tallied. Okay, so we'll continue to watch that very closely, but that's where the markets stand. Now, looking at the technicals on the charts, I do think there's a tiny bit more upside. Now, I want to be clear, folks. We're in a down cycle. I still think the markets have more downside, and I'm going to explain why, to me, this is a rally that won't last. Okay, the answer is very simple. Even though you're not going to get regulation being pushed through, most likely, you're not going to get long-term capital gains to go up. You're not going to get the corporate tax rates to rise. Even though you're not going to get that, what you're going to get, all right, and this is big, guys, is less stimulus. All right, and that's going to be, once the dust settles here, that's going to be a concern for the markets. Because what we know is that, and I'm just going by facts here, Trump was willing to do a $2 trillion stimulus. The Democrats were at 2.2. They never were able to get anything done there. But ultimately, the Republicans, and Mitch McConnell said this, he said, I don't have the votes to push it through at that high. The Republicans in the Senate wanted a $500 billion deal to go through, which is a lot less stimulus than the market wants. So there's going to be, once the dust settles here, I think the markets begin to come in on the back of much less stimulus. I think that there's going to be very little incentive by the president if he loses to Biden to do any stimulus before he's out of office. And then the question is, even if Biden wins and is in the White House, okay, then do you see the Republicans in the Senate willing to go with a $2+ trillion stimulus deal. And the market, again, right now is not focusing on what's going to happen a few weeks to months from now. It's focusing just on the fact that corporate tax rates aren't going to go up probably, nor will long-term capital gains. So that is keeping people buying into technology stocks. Amazon's up at 170 points, guys. I mean, Amazon's just skyrocketing today. If I bring up the Amazon chart real quick here, you can see popping right back up. Now, granted, it's just getting back what it fell last week, which is kind of funny. But notice it right into the 50 moving average. There's a little resistance here, and then you have up here and so forth. But again, keep an eye on that. And again, that is why you are seeing a robust rally today. Even though, do I think this election is going to be contested? Yes. I think that whoever wins, there's going to be recounts. It's just that close. Now, if Trump wins, I think that, again, stimulus is less likely. Not because the Democrats won't do it. I think they would, and I think Trump would. But still, the Republicans have made it clear, Mitch McConnell has made it clear in the Senate, that he is not for a big stimulus deal. That is the drugs. Remember, printing of money into the markets is a drug to the market, whether it's the Federal Reserve or the government, and that is something that has to be recognized. So keep an eye on that, guys. We'll watch it very closely, see how it all plays out. I do want to go back to the spiders. As I said, I think there could be a little bit more upside in the S&P 500 here. What I'm looking at is this trend line right here, so I could see us going up into that line. That's going to be your resistance there. You're then creating a little bit of a wedge pattern. Could you possibly be creating some other patterns as well that are bearish? Yes. Ultimately, I expect a break below here and then the 200 moving average to get hit down the line. So I am looking to potentially take shorts if we can get them in play, and we will watch very closely. One of the ones I took yesterday and I added to today was NIO. And look at NIO's reversal already off the highs. Got as high as 39.75. It is now coming in hard. If you get a close, I would say at 37 or below, you're going to have a sick topping tail on that chart. So there's a little tidbit. Again, we are short in verified investing alerts. And just a reminder, folks, you can follow me on Twitter at Gareth Soloway. You can also come to my website, inthemoneystocks.com. Look for my name at the top. There's a drop-down with my two services, Verified Investing, Verified Options underneath them. Verified Investing Alerts is for swing trading stocks. We have 181 closed out winners. I closed out another 12% winner today. 12% winner, folks, in verified investing. Yesterday, we closed out a 7% winner and another 10% winner yesterday alone. The profits keep coming in, and they will keep coming in because the charts are active. That gives us our swing trading levels. So, again, keep an eye on that, folks. Should be very, very interesting. And let's keep making money. All right, come find me at inthemoneystocks.com. Take care.